Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to my channel. As you all know, Lynn Palps released her digital kit, gypsies. I've prepared a lot of this stuff already. Now, when I do a gypsy, because this is what it's all about, a gypsy journal, I prepare, and that means getting my pages cut to the size I want them. I've decided to do Lynn's kit in what's it called? I've decided to do it in TN size. I find gypsy kits in TN size go better. It's working out your pages, your cover, all that sort of stuff. Now, so I prepare my cover first. Beads, any beads I'm going to be using, any textiles I'm going to be using. I generally get my textiles from Boho Daydreams. I try not to make my journal more than one signature. So with pages, it's really, really hard to do a boho journal. So what I normally do, I cut the kit first, and then I just find the appropriate page that might go in my journal to start with, the one that's going to match the colours with my journal, and then so forth, and I keep going on. But what I've done here is basically I've got the foundation ready, which is the kit, not my tags, not my pockets, the foundation, how I want my pages to look. I also make sure while I'm sewing while I'm using the sewing machine, I make sure that I have all my, what I'm going to be using as strips or whatever ready. I even prepare my tab fabrics. These are my page or tag little strips. These will be my tabs. Now, page layout. Normally, this is not decorated, but I'll show you what I'm talking about, page layout. I might do some flip arts. I might just do some plain pages in there from a book. But I'm very selective about my pages. And you'll see bits of paper like this. These I'm going to extend out to something else. They're easy to sew in. When you do a one signature, it is that much better. So that will be some form of pocket. That will be all decorated around it. So I just pick pages that I think are going to work in this journal. Look, it looks so plain at the moment, but this will work. Again, that will be used as a layout. I might use an old invoice, and that's the centre of the journal. So it's basically, this is how it's looking at the moment. Very plain, boring journal. And I just picked, like I said, pages I like from a book. And this I'll decorate. This is from my old music sheet. It's just being, I don't know, a bit imaginative, I guess. There's your flip out. And that's the inside of my cover. But like I said, this is not complete. In here, this is a tuck. I've still got more work to do to my picture. But there's the completed beads for the cover and for the bottom of my journal. But then I need to tab it and I need to make more beads for there. So you just plan out your journal. I'm a great believer in when you do boho that you structure yourself to a one signature to start with if you're not experienced. This is a small boho journal I did a while back. I think it's using one of Lynn's pictures, a lot of Lynn's pictures. And I just did a lot of ephemera in it. Again, you know, I utilised newspaper. This is very vintage newspaper. I used my stamps. So I stamped it, alternated with pages. I've kept this simple because I want the buyer to come in and be able to do stuff to this journal. I've tabbed it and added all different layers and whatnot. So just keep it simple. Sometimes a gypsy journal needs to be kept simple. This is only a small journal, but it does pack a punch. It's got lots of tucks and fold-in pages and whatnot. And I just put in there what I thought I liked to see in my journal. Like I said, they pack a punch when you put different types of pages. So this one's kept very, very simple. Like I said, this is for the buyer to decorate. It's still got lots of ephemera and a lot of the work's been done. And it still looks good. So that's the one signature small little boho. I really quite like this one. My favourite's this one, but this is a big journal to make for a first journal. I did this quite some time ago using Boho Daydreams. Oops. Zoe sometimes doesn't like me when it's a tie-up. I've been thinking of changing this to something else, but I haven't done that yet. I was going to really want to leave it as it is because I like the the colour. Now this is done in vintage 50-year-old fabric. And it's done in the Nick the Booksmith style. It's very chunky monkey. It's really overloaded. I'm only going to show you a quick flip through because it is an overloaded journal. Lots of layouts in this. Lots of different style pockets and tucks and whatnot. Lots of sari. Like I said, you can get your sari from Sheila from Boho Daydreams. She can actually cater a package to your needs. And again, I left little spots where the buyer can actually put her own spiel on this journal. Flip out with a tuck there. So just careful planning and you'll be able to produce a beautiful boho journal. My opinion, the one signatures I find look the best. I love the one signatures because you can make them as chunky as you would like. Again, utilising the fabric. So this one's made it very colourful. I love my envelopes. I make my own envelopes for these journals with lots of lace and whatnot. And there's a tuck in there, tucks in here, again with lots of sewing. So it's your journal, so it's what you feel should go in it is what should go in it, I believe. Now, I've done my plainer journals. I've done journals that are more elaborately overdressed. Here's one of my plainer journals. This is my original boho. It's got the boho paper with lots of little words in it, but it's colourful. This one's a writing journal. And this is what I mean, you know, what do you want your boho or gypsy journal to look like? Do you want it to write in? Do you want it for lots of tucks, which that's what that is? And colour, this is more about colour. Like I said, there's room to grow in this journal. Lots of room. So I've left the buyer plenty of room to add her own decor. So that one's that one. That was my first ever boho. Then another TN. This one, again, I simplified it. Just did lots of pockets. Left pages alone so that the buyer will have room to move. Just simple. Using old invoice papers and any pages that I had, because you can add colour to this. It's got some beadwork done on cotton. And this is by just keeping this simple. And I left the buyer room to move and let this journal grow for her. You know, she can do whatever she wants. It's an envelope. But like I said, I've left room for the buyer to grow. For the buyer to grow this journal and make it a chunky monkey. Which is how I like my boho. So that's that journal. Here's another one I did. This is the Artie Mays one. And I really love this one. Again, I kept this basic though. I didn't overdo it. Because I wanted this journal, again, for the buyer to grow. This is, I don't know how many signatures it is. It's a 12 signature. So there'd be about 4 pages per signature, I'd say. But again, I've just left this for the buyer to grow, you know, to do what she wants. And I've put some pockets in and lots of taggies and flip outs and whatnot. So, again, allowing the buyer to do what she wants. For my own personal boho, which I'm considering keeping that one, it will be full of ephemera. The pages will be chocker full because that's how I like my journals to be. This is an envelope I made up. Again, using my fabrics. Again, utilising my papers with tucks in there. So this one, like I said, it's an Artie Mays one and I really like it. But I left it plain because I know me, if I want to buy a journal, I would like to think I was growing the journal to suit me. Again, with the layouts with my envelopes. So I'm a really one signature fan for gypsy, I should say, journals. Again, with my envelopes, I decorated them, overlaid with lace. So you'll see a lot of stuff done here. And there's where you can tuck in there. Again, using Sheila from Boho Dreams, her textiles. Another envelope made into a tuck. Music paper made into a tuck. That's got a pocket in there. So this one's all about decorating envelopes and basically doing some layouts, tucks and whatnot. Look, I just didn't go overboard with it, because you can actually go overboard and do what you want. But as a seller of journals, I don't know what the client wants, so I just basically do my layouts and hope for the best. So like I said, with this one, it's all about the layout. That's a pocket in there. It should have various tucks in there. So that's a 12 signature one. And then here's my one signature chunky monkey. I really love this one. This one is chock full. There's a lot of layouts. There's a lot of tucks. Lots of tucks. There's another one that it actually flips out and folds out, but I don't know what I've done with it. This is one of Lynn's again. And this should be in here somewhere. Or maybe not. Oops. I'm just a bit clumsy. Sorry about that. But, so, consider what you want. You know, what laces you want. What fabrics you want. Because that's what I do when I do my boho. See, there's all sorts of tucks and pockets and layouts. Envelopes, big envelopes. All types of laces. Cut out from fabrics, and it's just chock full. But this is what I like to do with mine. Lots of layouts, lots of tucks. Just got to move that in. Words. See, I've left room here for the person to decorate, and it actually lies flat for a one signature. Again, another envelope with lots of bling from Sheila. So for one signature, this is a real chunky monkey, but you can still add to it because it's still flat. Lots of layouts. Lots of sari. Lots of tucks. There's all sorts of tucks in there. Lots of cottons that are hanging everywhere. So from each gypsy journal, I'm just learning along the way myself, and I just like this full layout effect. This is actually my favourite, is doing one signatures. Now this one, there's a signature here that's tucked in, and it actually opens up. And this is where you do all your writing. So you've got a pocket in there, and then you've got heaps of pages there, and you've got that there, with a pocket inside here, I think. Let me see, no. But you've got that with a pocket in there. And this is from Lynn's kit. And then a nice pocket here with letters, tags, fabric sewn. Because here's a fabric sewn. So that should really be here. So that's the other one I did for Lynn. But look at it. It's just chock full of ephemera. Chock full of laces and fabrics. And I used a proper hippie tie. This was from an old hippie skirt. But it's just chock full of stuff. And then there should be a tuck in here. So there's a lot of things you can do with a boho journal. I don't know where my other one is, but that flips out, like I said, each signature flips out different ways. My favourite way of doing them is this way. Like I said, plan out your beads, plan out your tabs. I thought I'd show you this because this is just the start of the journey of this journal. And by the time you see it next, it will probably be a chunky monkey. It's a sort of journal I like working with. It's 4 1/4 by 8, and that's my favourite size to work with when I'm doing gypsy. But anyway, I just thought I'd show you where I'm at with it, and to start one if you want to start one yourself. Like, I need to put something here, which I haven't done yet. I haven't considered my options. I love the cover. It's just full of beadwork. Full of beadwork. Full of beautiful written from Sheila. And this looks plain now, but wait till it's finished and you'll see a completely different journal. I'm just showing you. I'm just trying to think how many pages I did. So this will be around, I don't know, 78 pages. You know, or 76, I'm not sure. Front to back. Because realistically, that's all you need to start a gypsy journal. And they pack a punch, these one signatures, because I'm going to decorate most of the pages in it. So by the time you see it, it'll be alligator mouth. It will be a beautiful journal. So thanks for watching, ladies, and hopefully that will give you incentive to start your own. I normally tie this to the front. This is what the closure will be, and I will take it to the back since it will be an alligator mouth one. And it won't take away. I've still got more work to do this cover, but it's looking like it's supposed to look, which is basically a gypsy journal. And this one's going to be called Gypsy Love Song. So thanks, everybody. And stay tuned for the finished journal, which will take some time. Thank you.